Marikiti Market, Nairobi.
My Kiswahili counterparts would say fahali wawili wakipigana nyasi umia. Now, to education matters, and Education Cabinet Secretary Migos Ogamba maintains that capitation funds for schools have not reduced. The CS says that the ministry is putting in place measures to mitigate the shortfall, including introduction of a legislation to sort out the funding problem. He was speaking today when he gave submissions to Parliament regarding queries by the Auditor General. As Jesse Rogers reports, Ogamba also faced a rough time as MPs questioned him over the decline in enrollment to TVET institutions.
Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos Ogamba has assured the country that capitation funds per learner haven't been reduced, contrary to circulating reports, adding that the requirements the
2,140. That figure has not changed. And then the amount received or disbursed is 2.4. So it means we do not get the exchequer, and that's where the deficit comes from. So we normally would say we want this amount, but what we receive is not sufficient.
CS Ogamba, who was appearing before the National Assembly Public Investments Committee on Governance and Education, said the ministry had tried mitigating the shortfall by introducing a raft of solutions, including student-centered funding model, as well as formulating legislation in a bid to sort out the funding problem.
We've now done a tertiary and funding bill 2025, which is on its way to Parliament, that gives recommendations on what we need to do to ensure that eventually this problem is completely resolved.
MPs equally raised concerns over the worrying decline in enrollment at TVET institutions, which has dropped by more than 213,000 trainees since its peak in 2022-2023, raising fresh concerns over affordability. MPs further argued that a 28 billion shilling financing gap continues to strain universities and TVETs.
Our policy is that we are not going to allow any of our universities to go down. We'll work to ensure that we get mechanisms to ensure that they are sustained. When we came in, we had about 23 universities that were technically insolvent. We've been able to reduce that number to currently about 11.
On matters CBA implementation, CS Ogamba highlighted government's staggered approach and balanced response to implementing CBA agreements, adding that CBAs should be costed and phased before the implementation process starts, matched with prudent workforce management in institutions in a bid to improve compliance.
The government released the first batch of 3.8 billion in December 2025 towards the settlement of the verified arrears. The balance of 3.8 is scheduled for funding in July 2026 during the financial year 2026-2027.
Jesse Rogers, KTN.
Just before that, we'll have a word of prayer.
And in sports news, Kenyan teams start preparations for the upcoming Commonwealth